run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, Mike 42. I got it. No. Hey, alert.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. Space to maneuver at the 40. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 70 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm coming for you. You got tight. You got tight right there. Mike's 4-2. Check. Alert.
But they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 22. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Get ready. Get ready. 6:30. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Yo. Yo. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Big edge, big edge. Come.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Rip right. 56.
Hey, Mike 7.
56. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
56. Check 56. Crunch time.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now this throw caught left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he gets this to Devontae Adams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Mike 56.
Scan 300. Scan 300.
You got nothing today.
On first down, Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 26 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
I got you. Mike, check 33. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Check 30.
Crunch.
shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
So we got man. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Watch QB draw.
Go.
Switch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Rodgers, a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Go to 50.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Delta.
Right here. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 14, got it. Mike 42.
36 power.
Check, Mike 42. Come on. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop any.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike's by 4.
You draw Corker.
Get in the weight room. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Switch, switch, switch. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You.
319.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Back north.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Okay, double up. Check three. Sponge. No.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Rodgers pass. Complete to number 13.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, check 26.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Mike's 50. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
319. Jump out. Box it.
Hey, Mike's 50.
Watch the pass.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Bring it.
Rodgers again now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
I'm going to come back to you.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check 25, check 25.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
26.
Mike's 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Rodgers operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, what's the ball?
Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Get this. Right there.
Plant.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I got you, boy. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike's 5-4.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return.